Warlocks and Waffles. Warlocks and Waffles. Pact once broken, forged. Pact once broken, forged anew. Waffles. Warlocks and Waffles. Warlocks and Waffles. Warlocks. A pact once broken, forged anew. Warlocks and Waffles.
Did you want waffles?
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show.
Today we're cereal mascots. Which one am I?
Follow your nose wherever it goes, except to Kellogg's. They're bad. Anyway, yeah, hard stance on that from Warlocks and Waffles this morning. I hate Kellogg's.
Whoa, no, hold on. He just hard stands for most of Warlocks and Waffles.
No, hard stance for Warlocks and Waffles. Kellogg's is bad.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I was just like, before blanket
Kellogg's,
statements
Kellogg's
were made.
freaking sucks. Kellogg's
As a cereal or the company?
no, the company.
Both.
Okay,
I'm like,
yeah, like they're horrible. Yeah, if you're unfamiliar with the nightmare that is Kellogg's, Kellogg's, I think
to see who makes
CEO,
Cheerios.
I think that's Kellogg's. The Kellogg's CEO was talking about how like times are really tough and like money's really tight for people, so we're encouraging people to eat cereal for dinner instead. And people were like, that's really kind of tone deaf.
No, it's
and
by
then
General Mills, which
General
is
Mills,
probably no.
it's all the same.
Is
And
General
then,
Mills problematic?
But also,
how do you
like,
sp-
how are
problematic?
you gonna encourage people to eat cereal for dinner? And also, like, your cereal is like $9 a box, right? Like, that's insane.
Mhm.
Anyway,
I
there's
have a
more
lot
to
of
it. There's more to all of that. We're not going to get into all of that this morning. That's not what we are here for. Junie, I don't know if you're aware.
I'm
We're
not.
probably
I don't think
not. We're a TTRPG morning show.
I am. Since when? I watched the last episode. We're a Masked Singer fan cast. The last I saw.
As far as I know, which, by the way, on the topic of that, this is completely off topic, but also very on topic. In
Mhm.
our master Google sheet that has like the links to all of the show docs.
Yeah.
Can you drop the one for the last episode in there? There's not a link to it. I went to pull up notes on our like nonsense characters we created to put one of them in one of my games, and
well, it's all, there's a
wasn't there.
folder. There's a folder with all of them. Yeah, it just wasn't conveniently linked.
Yeah,
so I'll do that for you.
I prefer not to ever have to look for things.
I can tell.
Welcome to the show, everybody. I didn't know there was a folder. Where's this folder? We can talk offline.
Yep.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Episode 20 of year 2024.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's bonkers. Yeah, this is a show that we do, Warlocks and Waffles. Until recently, I claimed that we were the only the only TTRPG morning show. And
Mhm.
for a long time I've said we're the only TTRPG morning show until somebody challenges us for the title.
Yes.
On Wednesday, I was on a stream with Madeline, who's a goose girl,
Huh?
and Sarah, Oops All Smurf, who we were doing a stream, and when we were like signing out, I like said that we were the only TTRPG morning show until somebody challenges us for the topic or for that category. And somebody in the chat was like, actually, I think like this other stream would contest you for that. And I was like, oh, like who? Because I would love to be contested. There is a channel called Critical Misses. That
There's a what?
Critical Misses.
Uh-huh.
They do a show called Morning Ritual. And I think Noir Enigma, I believe is their name, is on there. I could be wrong. Oh, I probably should not say who they are before I've actually double checked that. But like a bunch of people like Super Dylan and stuff like that have all been on there. But yeah, they do a morning show apparently. So dope. However, what I will say is they still haven't challenged us for the title of the only TTRPG morning show, and until they do, I shall continue to claim to be the only one.
I
um
got
I
like
would
I was
I would
like, whoa.
absolutely love just some internet beef with another TTRPG
Oh,
morning show.
internet beef is so fun.
That would be so fun for me.
I love a good internet beef.
I do as well. It's just a good time. Like I don't like actual beef. Like if we
Oh
were
no, but
actually
like
having a problem with somebody, I would be like,
no
I don't want to
fun.
have
There
this on the
there
internet.
there's
But
fun
like,
internet beef.
yeah, just a fun rivalry of like we're just here to kind of like be the antagonist of the other person. Um Welcome to Warlocks and Waffles.
Still the
The
only
only
TTRPG
TTRPG morning
until
show.
somebody fills out the proper forms to challenge us.
Yeah,
It's
until you
us.
fill out form I and initiative. Um yeah. Anyway,
But as we've shown that
hey, thanks for the follow.
we are very good at making subjective blanket statements. So we are going to be going back
Just
to a
an
game.
absolutely amazing transition.
Yes.
That was very good.
Thank you. We are going to go back to a game that I will one day refine and polish before day of. Because it's always great, and then I have him like I can do that in 5 minutes, and it's never 5 minutes. But we're playing Guess
Junie
Who.
has the amazing ability to simultaneously look at a project and go, this is a project that will take me 5 minutes, and it is a project that could take him 5 minutes, while also
It should
being an
just not be done in
absolute
5 minutes.
perfectionist about that
Yes.
project and like getting into way too detailed focused
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, it
For
can be
those
done.
of you at home,
I like for the standard it should be. No, the standard that I want it
the
takes more than 5
standard
minutes.
Junie knows
To
he's
just make it
capable
happen,
of
it's
bringing
always
it
5
to.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Just make it in 5 minutes, it's done. But then I'm like, but then I want shadows. Yo, if I had my way, think the board would be moving. But anyway, we're playing Guess Who.
We
This is something
we
we played
played
before,
this
and it
what
was a
a
lot of
week and
fun.
a
Yeah,
week,
it
2
wasn't
weeks,
too
something
long
like
ago.
that.
Yeah. Mhm.
We played this a little while ago, and it was a ton of fun. We had a great time with it. And so we're going to play it again. We're playing Guess Who with D&D 5e monsters. The rule for this game, same as last time. We don't have like a ton of rules on this this channel as a whole, but for this game, the rule is that we're not asking like, is your character green? Does
Correct.
your character have like a humanoid body? Like those are
Correct.
boring
Yeah.
questions.
No.
We are
We're asking for vibe checks. We're asking
vibe checks,
for
just
very
very like instinctual, like
yeah.
gut reaction reads of the characters.
Yes.
Um
And for anybody watching, yes, I know the font is terrible. And it's been addressed. It's being addressed for next time. I'm well aware that it sucks. And I'm always halfway through when I'm like, oh no, it's still like this, and then I'm too deep to go back and change it. So for the people listening, just have fun trying to figure out what word picture we're painting, and we'll eventually say what the things really
oh
are.
yeah, this is probably horrible audio content.
No, it's fantastic because they play along with us. They're guessing too. They're trying to
Play
figure
it
out
long
what
at
it is.
home.
Yeah. So we each have wheels in front of us where we're gonna spin
Yes.
it and get a character, and then we're just gonna say character and creature to avoid any sort of pronouns or like any like little details that
Yeah.
can be like give them away.
Mhm.
So a lot of they thems. Because it's just easier that way. And then as we go on,
And also we don't
things
want
will
to
be marked
assume.
off. Correct.
I don't know how this
So
abyssal chicken identifies.
correct.
The
So
for those that are at home, I've already harassed Junie about this, but I'm gonna do it on stream as well because it continues to crack me up every time I look at it.
damn.
One of the creatures that is on this list is the Merid. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yes.
It's the Merid, which is a like aquatic genie type
Mhm.
creature. It's got like a fish face and like the genie smoke
Mhm.
lower half. But it's called a Merid. In this font, and because everything is like all in capital letters, it does look like this person's name is Mario.
Yes.
And
Yes,
it
it does.
is very funny to me, and I will be adding a Merid to my game whose name is Mario, and is just like a very Italian man. I'm very excited for that. Anyway,
I love that for you.
I'm
So
gonna go ahead and spin my wheel.
yeah, spin your wheel. I spun mine, and got that good spin effects. I see. Okay.
I should turn
You
that
happy
down.
with what you get?
That's loud.
You happy with what? Oh, I just realized I can't look at the screen. The stream.
Don't look at my stream, boy.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Do you get yours?
Yep. Morning to everybody that's joining us.
Good morning.
We're gonna be
Good
playing some Guess
morning.
Who.
Welcome to the
making-
stream.
This is definitely going to be this is the fun part of when we GM anything. There's the description we give to like our creatures. We try to paint as vivid a word picture,
Mhm.
but that doesn't stop the reaction, like how people are going to still take it. So we can describe
Correct.
something
Yeah.
very intimidating or very like literal to the point, but somebody's still going to get but does it look like it'll lend me $5?
Right.
And this is going to be that. This is going to be a lot of, we're going to tell you the vibes. We're going to like gut checks where it's like, if you see this, what might be the first thing, or just blanket statements that like, yeah, that's probably true. And it's not great to do in real life, but for this right now,
Yeah.
this is perfect.
I love in a game when a player like asks me that style of like question, especially
Mhm.
as like part of an insight check. Like if you're like, here's my insight check that I want to make. And like I'm just trying to get a vibe check like this. Like give me a vibe you're trying to ascertain. Like that's very fun for me. Would they give me $5 is a good question.
Would they give me $5? Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what Junie's is. Junie, you don't know what mine is. As long as you're not looking at the stream, don't cheat.
I'm not. All right, do you
Um,
have a do you have a D20 handy?
I do.
All right, let's just see who goes first.
14.
15.
You're up.
All right. All right.
Well,
I'll go first.
I guess you get to choose if you want to go first or not.
I choose to go first.
Do it.
All right.
For those
Has any-
who are watching the stream, my creature is outlined in green here. It's
So,
the Sky.
nobody's redeemed. It's a family show, so I'm allowed to ask
Correct.
the saucy questions.
Yeah.
All right. How do I phrase this in a way that
Gotta
won't
phrase it
trigger
fast because
anybody?
you said
Yeah.
family show now,
Yeah,
so
I-
you have incentivized somebody to say it.
All right. Hey, look, they a freak? I look at your person. I'm like, ooh, they a freak?
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I have not eliminated anybody. Oh,
every
damn it, I meant to.
every person on this board can get a
Damn
little
it.
freaky.
Hold on. I think I might be able to eliminate some of these. Hold on. I think I'm gonna. Oh, damn it! Knowing you though.
Hold
on.
There are 3 I would eliminate.
I'm eliminating some
for freak. I think
I'm gonna eliminate some that might not be a freak. I have on my board. That's why for next time I definitely hope we can figure out how to make it so we can share our individual boards, because I have my board and then I have a whole bunch of little tokens where it's just a bunch of check marks, X's, and question marks, and I'm just drag and dropping them. I thought about it as
you're
if
drag
we were
and dropping.
Yeah, I'm drag and dropping all over the place. It's smoking.
Nobody ever talks about dragons. You know how you come out to your you go out to your car and there's bird shit on the window. Nobody ever talks about the devastation of a flyby dragon dropping.
You know something? I don't. Well, unless it's petty. I don't see. I think because, and this is something that you made me think of.
I'm sorry.
Don't. Yeah. Well, the thing is, you remind me that dragons aren't wild beasts, savage creatures. There's an intelligence to them. There's that. So I would think of them as thinking they have a bathroom.
Right.
This is where they go.
See, I look at it as they absolutely have one. But they also think it's funny.
That's what I mean. It would have to be
if you walk out and there's a dragon turd in your front yard, it was intentional. Dragons don't do it while they fly. They come land in your front yard, squat like a dog, and just leave a giant turd in your front driveway.
Okay, so go ahead. What do you got?
Does your creature have a tight 5 ready to go at all times?
No.
Okay. Well, we can. I want this to be.
If
red.
they were asked that, they would come up with an unfunny response as I got a tight 5 this, and it would be very it wouldn't land right.
Okay. I think these ones both absolutely do. This one, I don't know if he has the type 5, or I don't know if they have a type 5, but I definitely don't think that their response would be that. So I'm eliminating them. This one
There's a question that I want to ask, and I feel like I should only ask if I get closer to it, because it's one of those things it's clearly I'm only asking for one. But this would eliminate a lot. Does your creature really believe in fitness? They're firm believers in staying fit.
Oh, it's a good question. I
If
think
I can ask, and I can make it a little more clear if it
no,
helps.
no.
Okay.
I think they obviously work out. But I think that they would deny it, and they'd be like, it's like, oh, I'm just like, this is natural. I'm just gifted. Like, what can I say? Good genes, like that sort of energy. Like they are absolutely not somebody who is like, yeah, here's my gym regimen. Like, we're gonna go to the gym. We're gonna be doing crunches. We're gonna be hitting the leg press. We're gonna be on the treadmill. Gotta get that cardio. Like they would never talk about their gym routine. They want people to think it's just natural.
Hmm.
Um
Okay.
how did that go for you?
I have some very conflicting things here, but I know that I'll get it. I'll get it. Mm, okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Have they ever been on the cover of Mercenaries Monthly?
Yes.
Okay. Absolutely
The
not. Absolutely not.
oh man, I don't know if this is giving it to you.
I mean, your call, dude.
Hold on, I can tell you which issue. I need to know what this looks like.
I'm so excited.
He was on. They were on
Mm-hmm.
the holiday issue. And that I feel like is a mean curveball, but you know what? Because you're probably going like, wait, so what does and I'm not going to tell you how I got to that conclusion, but yes, it was the holiday issue. Suck on that. Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna bring that one back.
Who?
I think I'm uncertain about this one now as well. I'm gonna bring back that as well.
I thought of this. I tried to not think of any questions as I was like grabbing things. I
Mhm.
was just trying to grab like I didn't want to grab too many of like the same type. I'm just clicking around of like we could go riff off of those things.
Mhm.
But this was one that I kept coming to, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna ask it, but just try not to like for.
Yeah.
But does your individual look like they play D&D? Like like we talked about base assumptions
Yeah.
where it's just like, hey Junie, you're good at
Yeah.
computers and you know phones, right? And I'm like, why do you think that?
Yeah.
So if you look at this individual, do you think it's just like, oh yeah, they play TTRPGs, and they're gonna be like, huh? Or
I think
I'm not saying how they react in this
no.
instance, just like a
I think
yeah.
people who don't play D&D
Mm-hmm.
would look at them and be like, there's no way that they play D&D. But people who do play D&D would look at this this creature and go, "Oh, they absolutely play." And would be able to pick would immediately be able to peg their main class, like the class that they default to.
Interesting.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think this one. I'm gonna eliminate it. This is probably gonna be. I'm trying to make sure at least everybody's got like something, something, so that way I know where to gravitate towards. Okay. There's a lot of tokens on my little pieces over here. There's a lot happening here. It's very convoluted. I can also remind us that I think we forget this. We can have each other's thing.
Yes.
That's something I think we had to remind ourselves before.
We do forget that, and like
Mhm.
the last round of our the last time we played this was absolutely the same monster on both of ours, which was very funny. Permafrost bite in the
I just
chat.
answered it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arcanoloth, I think is how
Yeah.
I would pronounce that.
I think it's
Um
a demon.
yeah,
I
it's
think it's a
a
type of
that
fiend.
that little fox creature, this
Mm-hmm.
coyote looking dude right here. Um okay. Is it
It's
my
your
turn?
go. Mm-hmm.
Um has your creature ever been in a band?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna make this one and this one.
They still think it's gonna make it.
um oh, man, so many of these people look like they would just absolutely be
Right.
awesome in a
That's it.
band. I think I
uh,
am gonna remove this one, I think. Okay.
all right. All right. Is your person
Mm-hmm.
the type to drone on about something and they don't get that part where the people's eyes glaze over, but they keep going? So do they look like they're just going to keep talking at
No.
people?
No, I
Okay.
don't think so. Um Ooh, I'm gonna ask an open-ended one.
Mm-hmm.
Um as a child, what was your creature's special interest? You know how there's like dinosaur
Yeah.
kids and train kids and like horse
Mm-hmm.
kids and like all sorts of stuff. What was your space kids?
They they were a they were a scout,
Okay.
but they didn't want to. They did it because their parents like made them do it for longer than
Interesting.
they would never like admit to it, but they totally had a knack for it. And if they so it's like it's one of those things where when your parents like encourage you, force you to whatever do something, and then you just
Mhm.
don't want to do it, so you try to go in the complete opposite direction, but they're also good at it and they apply, like, you know what I mean? So it's like I picked up this even though I don't have it now, and they're just, you know, it's just a thing I have. So like
Right.
they totally would have done what they would have rather they would have rather but how old are we talking here?
Uh, Open-ended. You're make the call.
Okay. Um they would have rather been this is too much. Listening to music their parents don't approve of.
Oh, okay. I think I can remove this one. And I think uh, like you said that they didn't want to be the scout, so I'm gonna remove this one because this one definitely has big scout energy.
I super duper want to
This
see
one
your
as
screen
well.
so
I think
bad.
has strong scout
I so
energy.
desperately want to see
I don't think this one
what you're
ever
doing over there.
was. Um, I could go either way on this one. Um, I'm gonna remove this one as well. Okay.
Okay. All right, it's my turn.
Mm-hmm. And remember,
Yeah.
it is our show, so
Yeah.
we can make up new rules on the fly or ask like
Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
weird
Yeah. Yeah.
other
Yeah.
questions if you want to.
Uh, uh, does your person if they were asked point blank,
Mm-hmm.
did you love your high school years? What would their immediate response be? Oh, damn.
Oh
It's a violent
man.
response. If it was just full blown, how was high school for you? What would their general response be?
I think they would talk it up. They would talk up like they liked it, like they would talk about the good times, they would talk about like their achievements and stuff like that. But behind it there's like clearly there's more to it, and like there was stuff to high school that they didn't like.
Hmm.
Bun-da-da-dum.
Oh man, I feel like that eliminates something there. I'm gonna just say no to this.
I am looking at this list and being like, some of these people are like, oh yeah, high school was the best years of my life.
yeah. Yeah, I feel like I can eliminate some
I'm talking
things
about
here.
this guy specifically, chat. This guy here peaked in high school and is constantly trying to relive their glory days.
I think I have some firm I'm pretty sure knows. And then just every once in a while I'm like,
Yeah, you go with that, like, okay, like let me do all of these to like, okay, who do I think is a good fit for this? Like, who do I think is not? And you compare like everything every time. Every question, I just eliminate things.
because like mine can be like, it can be this or this.
Yeah.
So pretty much I have like, all right, if I'm like, I would eliminate people here, like they have X's on them. So I'm like, these people have like 2 or 3 X's. Like I know it can't be
They're
this.
probably
But
out. You do like
one person
soft X's where you're like, this
Yeah.
one is like, I don't think it's this one, but I'm keeping it around because maybe.
I have a few that have like a question mark and an X. I
Yeah.
have some that have like some check marks that I'm like, one
Junie gets
person.
very detailed on his analysis.
It only takes 5 minutes. I have one that has 2 question marks, an X, and a check mark. So I'm like, I keep circling around this one because I'm like, is this?
You're making these guesses way too difficult. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Another open-ended.
Okay.
Please give me something you would find on the Tinder profile of this creature.
Oh, that's not fair.
It can be anything. It could be like you could describe a picture they would have on there. It could
I know
be
if I describe the picture, I feel like I'm just giving it away.
Like,
I
can also ask a different one.
No. I can do it. It's just I'm trying not to be too obvious with it, but
I get
it's like because there's an obvious one. They would have. They would not be good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And they would have a lot of pictures that they think are what will attract someone.
Okay.
And there will be what they believe some will attract somebody, and a lot of pictures of them doing whatever their hobby is because they figure they have to let people know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And frustratingly, for all the non-beautiful people, it works.
Okay.
Way more hits than for anybody, for other character on the list, it'd be like, what am I doing wrong?
Right. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna eliminate this one. And this one. And as much as it pains me to eliminate this one because I just like looking at their face, I'm gonna eliminate that one. Actually, I'm going to eliminate this one as well.
I know what I'm going to ask next.
Yeah, go for it.
Is this person going to be messaging you a lot after the first date, and then respond again before you get to message them back, wondering why you haven't messaged them back?
Ooh. Man. I don't think so. I think they're they have to message me first sort of person. Like if you are if they went on a date with you and they liked you, they're going to wait for you to message back or message them because they don't want to like message you and then be turned down. Like this is not a them not doing it because they're like worried about like, oh, like what if they don't feel the same way or anything like that. It's fully I don't message first because that gives them all the power. Like they have to message me so that I get to decide if I want this to continue or not.
Okay. Okay. I'm putting some more maybes on here. Okay. All right. I need to start narrowing it down. Okay. Okay. Yep.
Is your creature a like city living, like big city born and bred, like the sort of people who are like, why would I ever leave New York?
No.
Okay.
But they are not uncomfortable in the city. Well, hold
Sure.
on. No, let me word that.
Mhm.
They're not from the cities. They are used to them,
Mhm.
but it's one of those things where when you look at Superman, like when Superman's done right,
Mhm.
it's always like some people are like, how can people not think, it's like he is a big barrel chested farm boy.
Got it.
Do you understand what I mean? So if you
Mhm.
were to see like Clark Kent in a tank top or something like that, he isn't just like some like lanky reporter. Like
Mhm.
he is like he grew up on a farm,
Right.
presumably
But like
lifting barrels of
he
hay.
blends in Metropolis, like he fits
Yeah.
in the big
This
city.
person doesn't blend in as easily, but it's one of those things where it's like, they're not from around here, but like they can make do.
Right. They're
But
clearly
yeah.
not like you were born in New York, but
Yeah.
they've lived there for a long time.
Yeah,
Sort of.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Your turn, sir.
Yep. 1 second. Oh, I got a little visitor.
For anybody who wasn't here last episode, Junie's daughter walked into the room when while we were doing the show last week or on Friday. Yeah, that was last week. I was right the first time. I don't know why I double guessed myself. She walked into the room and Junie just immediately handed her like a cereal bar, I believe. And she like took it and just like and just left immediately. And Junie was so proud of himself. It was very funny.
I was like, I'm a good dad. Like play Blippi or something in the other room real fast, and then hand her a cereal bar, and then it's like I'm right here. I'm watching her still.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you were so prepared for it. You were just like,
Oh,
okay, I'm
it's
ready to go.
gotten
And she
easy,
like
'cause
walked in, you're just boom boom, and she's like, huh.
Yeah, because
Never
sometimes she
mind.
sleeps, but she
I
she
have
wakes up.
nothing. I have no need of you.
So, okay,
What you
I
got?
think it's my.
What you got for me?
So yeah, did your individual go to private school?
Ooh. Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
That motherfucker went to public school right there. That person went to public school. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Are you ready?
Sure. Yeah.
This is a two-parter. Has your character been to therapy? And if so, did they go more than once?
No. Probably should,
Okay.
but no.
Okay.
I think like well, it's fun, well, not funny, but there is there's a thing where sometimes people they'll want to go to therapy, and then
Mhm.
sometimes it's like they're at a point or they are doing something or there's an issue where somebody's like, you need to talk to someone.
Right.
There may have been points where people like would never go up to them, but
Would
maybe
never
somebody
say it
else
to
is
their
like,
face.
yeah, it's just like, do you think so and so should like? It's just like you tell them. I'm not.
They're
saying
just like,
that.
I'm so
not saying
glad you
that.
said something, because like, yeah, right.
Maybe like that. But never. They would have never been like, I should go sit down and talk to someone
Yeah.
about blank. Yeah.
Chat, I'm eliminating this one because, like, I feel like this guy's been to therapy. Like, there's some inner peace going on there. These two motherfuckers have absolutely not been. I think this guy has claimed he went to therapy. This guy uses therapy as like you know how
Excuse?
you know how like uh there'll be those TikToks where they're like somebody interviewing people on the street and like about different stuff to see if they're like if they're attractive to like by more standards. And like one of those questions is always like, have you ever been to therapy? I think this guy here, chat, I think he absolutely like claims to have gone to therapy specifically because he thinks it makes him look good.
Oh
But
my
he
God.
absolutely hasn't.
Okay.
I have two
I so
that
desperately.
I'm trying to determine between. It could go either way for me. Your question, whenever you're ready.
Okay. So, does your individual
Mm-hmm.
have a passion for fashion?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
They have absolute like they're absolutely somebody who like collects things from different labels. For sure.
Interesting. All right, that helped, and then also brought someone back in that had no business being here. Okay. Okay. Once again,
I just want to watch your method for determining these things,
yo,
because
I
we
want to
approach
show.
this game from such completely polar opposite directions.
I'm gonna show you my board after this, and you can you can see. Wait, what am I doing? That motherfucker went to public school. They don't care. Okay. I hate saying that. I'm not happy about that. Okay. Do I have? Man, I got a lot here. Okay. I think I narrowed down to these right here. Okay. Go ahead.
Are you are you familiar with the fact that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are supposed to fight soon?
I was not. Okay.
It's hilarious. You should look it up.
Okay.
You know who Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are supposed to box coming up, which I'm sure will go super well for Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Um,
Doesn't matter how old Mike Tyson is. I
it's
feel
still
like
Mike
he is-
Tyson.
it's still Mike
Um,
Tyson.
That man has
Oh
been
my God.
punched more times than uh anything.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Like I don't tangent. I don't care how good I think I am at something. I don't want to get into the ring with somebody who notoriously bit somebody's ear. Like, Mike Tyson is wild. I love him, but like he's a crazy person to just like challenge out of nowhere. Also, he's like getting old. Like it's a wild choice. Anyway,
A
all
lot of it. Yeah.
all that to say, does your person think they could beat Mike Tyson in a fight? And
Yes.
would they beat Mike Tyson in a fight?
Maybe. Well, hold on. Do they got hands? Let me see. And when I say that, everybody, when I say do they got hands, I don't mean in the sense of like, do they have like
Do they
hands
physically
and
have
appendages?
hands? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean like
We're looking
can
at
they throw
pictures of
down?
them.
Can they throw them fisticuffs?
Right.
In straight up boxing, if
Mhm.
it was boxing gloves and boxing, I'm gonna say probably. Well, all right, I can't use like actual D&D knowledge here. This is just
vibes only.
Vibes only. I'm gonna say no, but if this was on the streets and like we're talking about Krav Maga and like Muay Thai and kickboxing and
Mhm.
like just non-punches, maybe. I think
Okay.
I think it's
Okay.
not outside the realm of possibility. I think this person could stay if this was like they needed to stay cool, calm, and collected in
Yeah.
order to like achieve this. I think
Mhm.
they could. I think they might be able to pull this out of the bag.
Okay. You're up.
If I look at your individual,
Uh-huh.
would the word pretentious come to mind?
Yes. This person, when they drink wine, has to talk about the region and the like acidity of the soil that they came from and stuff like that.
Okay.
Have you ever had wine with somebody who knew a lot about wine?
No, I have seen.
It's wild.
I'm joking. I don't know, but I think I might put a little couple question marks over here because I also think that they might. I don't think
Junie
it's them, but-
is doing little bits just for himself.
kind of, yeah.
I think I have my guess.
This person don't give a fuck. They just do it, get them drunk. Definitely not. That motherfucker went to public school. Okay. Is it my
Gotta
go?
stop saying that.
I gotta stop saying that. I'm really sorry. That's not an accurate or nice thing at all. Is it my go?
You literally just got done marking things off.
I got so distracted by marking things off. I was like, is it my turn again? Because I think I know what it is.
Do I get to go twice? I think I have my guess.
Go again?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Is yours the Planetar?
No.
Okay. Interesting.
Is yours the
Mhm.
GIF?
It is not.
Okay.
Okay, let me go backwards. Is yours the Glabrizu?
No.
Damn it. Okay, I am off.
Is yours the merfolk?
No. Oh man.
Okay. Went wrong somewhere.
Yep. Minotaur?
I think I know where I threw you off, but
Minotaur?
no.
Okay.
Is yours the
Damn.
living doll?
It's not.
What in the what?
We went horribly wrong somewhere.
Oh my god. Okay.
Is yours
all right, go ahead.
the Murlith?
Not gonna lie. I had to look because I'm like, the what? As if like, is that even on here? No.
Okay. Damn. Oh man. We went
Okay.
horribly wrong. Like
Is yours the planetar?
it's not. I mean, I'll give my guess, but I feel like at that point we have to call it.
Yeah. I wonder if it should be 3 strikes and you're out because now I only have. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. What's I have 4 X's on here, so yeah, I guess that's just how many did you get that are just no. Did you already guess 4?
I guess I guess I've made 4 guesses.
So we can say 3 you're out and then a pity 4th unless we want to do like a depression 5.
Depression
'cause
just
at that point
just
we're
a
just
quick
failing.
depression 5.
Yeah, just quick depression 5.
Yeah, I don't what was yours?
Is yours the Aranus?
No.
Oh, then yeah, I just don't even.
What was it?
Mine's a centaur.
That would have been my next guess. But I did eliminate it so long ago. I think it was the childhood
Oh.
hobbies.
Yeah, no,
Childhood
they
interests,
look like.
because you said that they were a scout, but like they didn't want to be, and I was like, that person was super into scouts.
Oh no, they're because of this picture of their hair. I pictured them being real edgy, and they were
Just-
like, "Mom, I don't want to tie knots," and it's just like you really should. It'll really help you. And it's just like, ugh. So they're really good at knives and tying knots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they don't. They're not a Boy Scout type of thing.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Mine was the Drider.
Oh, that was the like. I'm gonna show you my screen. I'm gonna just show you. I'm gonna show you the nonsense that is the process here. Yeah. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah. So
let me
the Drider had 2 and a lot of maybes.
let me see if I can get a
Oh, I can zoom in. And
no,
show you,
I'm trying to put it onto the stream so people can see it.
So yeah, I had a 2 yeses and a lot of maybes, so they were definitely a possibility. I just had so many for GIF. A lot of the pretentious ones, the went to school ones, the wine ones.
This is wild.
The GIF and the living doll were the ones that I was like really leaning towards.
That's
and then
so
the merfolk
funny.
was the dark horse. So I was like so between these.
Yeah.
But the planetar, the Uranus, and the Drider were like the B team.
the backups.
But like I was right between these 3, and then I had a 3 backup. But like there was a lot that I was like, nope, ain't you. It definitely ain't you.
That's really
you ain't
funny.
about this. I was like, maybe did you go to boarding school? I feel like your parents sent you to boarding school. So yeah.
Okay.
And then I was like, this was such a I did not know what to do with the Death Knight. I was so like, I have no idea here.
And it's the same thing that we had happen last time, where like as we started asking questions, it's like, oh, some of these have a lot in common. Let's do you want to try and do a fast
rapid
second
fire?
round?
Okay. Yeah, because this one ran.
Make
This
make
one
sure
ran.
you're make sure you stop screen
Yeah,
sharing.
yeah.
But
Uh,
make sure you remove the Drider and the Centaur, and then we'll go from there.
okay.
Go ahead
Then how
and
about we also remove
oh,
Dryder
you
and
want to do that thing where
Centaur.
we both remove a couple?
Yeah, just so that way we can like narrow it down a little bit.
Yeah,
How about I want to remove the Death Knight because I knew that's gonna
the Death
freaking
Knight.
trip
Okay,
me up. Yeah, I'm gonna get a veto
Death
there.
Knight removed. I'm gonna remove uh the Dretch just because I have a hard time like
Okay,
figuring out what to do with that one.
okay.
Both
You want
removed
to do
too.
another? Yeah, sure. I want to remove the uh I want to remove the Minotaur just because I
Minotaur.
feel it
Okay.
might make things easier
There's some
compared
crossover
to
between those and
some
other
gym
ones.
bros. Yeah.
Okay. I will remove the I'm gonna remove the Grimlock.
Okay. All right.
Um
And we'll try to make this as quick as possible.
yeah, this will be rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
Where's the Grimlock so I can remove him from my
Spinning my
there he is.
wheel.
Okay.
Spin
That wheel.
You gotta
While
love
my
it
wheel is
spinning.
spinning, Permafrost Bite in the chat said they would have asked, "Is it alive? Is it animalistic? Is it demonic?" Permafrost, you might not have been in the chat yet when we went over it, but all of our questions are very like just like instinct, like very impression. There's no like is it this type of thing. Like it has to very much be just sort of like vibes and that sort of thing. It's not based on the actual like the actual creature itself. Just to make sure that we're like not
Yeah.
going off of our specific knowledge of the monster. It's just the vibes off of the image and stuff. Okay. Mine is this one, chat. Okay. Let's go. You went first last time, right? So
Yep.
I'll go first this time. Um did your creature receive any sort of like class superlative in high school?
Uh No,
Okay.
they weren't on the radar. If they did, they would have um they would have gotten something along the lines of like most likely to correct a service worker that they didn't give them the right change.
Okay. Let's see.
But they're not in the yearbook. They would have rather have not been. So like they're
Not
not.
not the correct change in the sense of like, oh, you gave me too much or you didn't give me my correct change. Like server gives
that
them
it's wrong in
$20 when
some
they should have
way.
gotten like $2, or should like server gave them like $1.50 and they should have gotten $1.80.
The answer is yes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Yes to everything.
Just very like things need to be accurate.
Is
Actually,
your
I think this
person?
one's, I'm keeping that on there. This one was absolutely.
I feel like I'm just going for like the quick eliminations.
Oh,
Does this one
I'm
have
absolutely just trying to remove.
Does this one have a really good relationship with their dad?
Closer to their mom. but like they don't have a bad relationship with their dad.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. You have somehow made it harder. Okay.
Did
Okay.
your character go to like an Ivy League college?
Yes. Didn't got scholarships, but not enough to do a full ride.
Mm-hmm.
And they totally see the people that did get the full ride, and they wonder why they did and why the people that got the full ride did, and doesn't vocalize their conspiracy theories, but
Mm-hmm.
definitely like has them.
Okay.
Has like why they didn't get selected.
Yeah. Okay. You're up.
You if this was part of a friends group, and if your person was a part of a friends group and everybody's like, hey, Scrabble, hey, let's play this, your person would be the one. Would they nominate a physical sport like soccer, ultimate frisbee, basketball, volleyball, something that requires not just sitting around eating snacks and just not going outside? Do you think your person would be like, yeah, let's get outside and do a thing?
I think they are more of an indoor person. And if they were, I think if it was an outdoor activity, it wouldn't be like sports. It would be like, let's go on like a nature hike or something like that. Um,
Okay.
let's see here.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. That motherfucker went to public school. All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not saying it again.
Given the opportunity, would your character try to take over the world?
Yes. And they would never say they would,
Uh-huh.
but did they? Like, you know, like some people, they might have a throwaway thought, you think it, but you never even like if somebody said, hey, do you ever think of blanket? Like, you wouldn't even think of like, oh yeah, I entertained that. It's just like, has it ever crossed my mind? Millions and billions of thoughts cross my mind. I would never entertain such a thing.
Mm-hmm.
They've entertained it. And have they ever written out what it would look like? Maybe, but not like to commit to like, you know, like, hey, here's blueprints to a bomb. But
Mm-hmm.
like, have they sketched out, I mean, this is what my plan would look like? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Does your person look like a suspect in a game of Guess Who? Do you understand what I mean by that? Do they look like they would be a professor something, a
Do you mean Clue?
Clue? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, Clue. Yes, I apologize. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Do they clearly
Yes.
seem like it's just like they're oh and this is, you know, going against the whole, hey, do they wear this? But there's some people that have a vibe of like,
Yeah.
they would be a suspect on Guess Who. I mean, on
Clue,
Clue,
yeah.
and other people that's just like, no,
Everyone's a suspect in Guess Who.
Yes.
No, that's a good one. Does your character, I'll stick on the board game theme. Does your character look like they could be in a do they look like they could be in Candyland?
Do they look like they can be in Candyland? Like
Yes,
they can play Candyland?
No, like, do they look like a character that would be in Candyland?
Not a fun one, but like someone would, if they were writing it, like they need a foil.
Yeah.
There has to be some sort of obstacle or like objective. Like they would be the kind of if there was a game design, it was like, all right, I got Can, but like, all right, so what about adding blank? And it's like, well, I mean, it's a kid's game. Do we really need to? It's just like, come on, it's not that bad.
Okay. I'm going to remove this one.
Mm-hmm.
And this one. Okay. You're up. Oh, I lost audio for you.
No, I muted for a second.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. So, does your if this is in your friends group and you needed your keep going with we're gonna keep going board games. You're in the friends group, you're all playing, you look at this person and you have an instant yes or no as to whether or not they should be the banker.
It really could go either way.
If it's a no, is it because they're bad with money or because they'll cheat?
I think the initial instinct is yes, because they would be very good at like the like counting and keeping track of all of it. Immediately followed by they'll be too good at cheating. We will not catch them.
Okay.
Which also, just hot take, unpopular opinion about like games like that. Obviously this doesn't hold true if it's like an actually competitive game or like people are taking things really seriously. If you are put into a position like the banker or something like that in a game where you are in charge of like making sure that like things are done a correct way, cheating for you, unacceptable. Cheating for everybody else is acceptable as long as they're not caught.
I feel like this person would be bad at cheating. There's some people
if it is an intense like if it's an intense competition or anything like that, obviously all cheating off the table. But if you are if you are like I'm gonna like do this thing, like as long as you don't get caught, as long as you're with your like the correct friend group.
Okay. Do you feel like you're close?
I'm close-ish.
Okay. How do you got like another minute or two? Because I know you got a thing. So
yeah. What are you thinking?
I mean, I'm good.
Okay.
I can go another few minutes, but like
I want to reach the end. So
okay. All right. I did the banker one, so go ahead. It's your go.
That's mine.
Let's just
when I'm stuck on games now.
Now it's
when you show up, like if this person came to a party at your house and they showed up with like a game to play, are they bringing a like really rules intensive thing where like everybody's gonna have to learn this game and it's gonna be like a lot, or are they bringing a like something like Uno that everybody knows, or are they bringing like what sort of the vibe of a game they would bring?
They're bringing both. They want to play the more intensive rules one, but they know nobody else will, so they'll settle for the other one. They just really want to play, and they're gonna take it way too serious. Not too seriously to the point of there's a difference between like somebody takes games too seriously and they like are aggressive competitive, and then I think I fall into the category of like I really want to play and like
Right.
play the
I
game.
just
I
want to
don't
play
care if I
this.
win.
Yeah.
I just want to play. So like me, I get real into Uno and I'm like, oh, you got me, and that's it. Like, yeah, I want to win, but
Yeah.
like I don't like I'm not gonna flip the table or anything like that. And there's people that just like get mad if you draw for them enough, and I'm like, hey man, you're sitting next to me. Sit somewhere else then. Like, what do you?
I've played games with people who like took the game insanely seriously, and it's
Yeah.
always a game that is like, this is kind of a nonsense game. Like,
Yeah,
why?
yeah. Oh yeah.
What are you doing?
Like I
Have
super
you,
duper
have
just
you ever
want to
played
play,
Munchkin?
and if yeah, oh yeah,
I had somebody scream at me because my interpretation of a rule was not the same as theirs
oh,
over Munchkin.
I made a whole room of people mad because it was Adventure Time Munchkin, and it was something where they knew I was reading the rules and I was playing the game, so it became everybody was against me, and it was something where now they were all ganging up on me, and I was just like, whatever, I'm gonna try. And it got to the point where like we got to kill him before he gets to the end.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so you do this, and then you kill me. And then they were like, yeah. And then they all got very suspicious. And it's like, yeah, so all right, so I'm dead. I got this item that says if I'm dead, I move forward one space, I win. And they all were so mad at me. They were all so very mad. God,
Oh,
I was
man.
just like, I don't know what else to do. you all did it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
your question.
yeah. Does your person take a lot of Instagram selfies?
No.
Okay.
Does your person like the beach?
No. If they're forced to go, they'll go, but they will. If they don't vocalize that they're like not happy, it's just apparent.
I feel like I've gone wrong somewhere.
Yeah, I have X's on almost everybody, and it's like
This is gonna be so depressing if this round we do 2 rounds where we don't get it.
Yeah. It's like without doing any sort of like clothing or accessories type of thing, it's like, ooh, oh man, where did I go?
Well, it's so up to interpretation, and so it makes the game much more interesting for me.
Yeah. Okay. Does your person and I don't want to say it like this, but no, Judy, no. Is this person going to overly explain something that doesn't need explaining?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, that does add here. Okay.
Did your person get really excited about prom, but like not in a like they aren't necessarily someone who's like super like popular in prom in high school. They were just like very excited about the prom. Like not a Mean Girls style I'm excited for prom, just a like general excited for prom.
No, they definitely went with a friends group, but they were the one that like clearly like on some level may have cared, but not to the point of like they'll be like, yeah, I was excited to go. It's like their friends are going, they went in the limo, they all went to Denny's afterwards. I don't know if they had a date or not, but it wasn't serious. It wasn't anything crazy. It was more of like they went because everybody else was going, but not because they were like, yeah, I'm so excited and down for prom.
Okay. That didn't eliminate anything for me. You're up.
So,
Hmm.
what does? I mean, is your person into erotic fiction? You just look at them and you're just like, you read some
Yeah.
Anne Rice, you read some
Yeah.
you read some weird stuff, right?
Yeah.
That should have done a lot more and didn't. I'm just gonna say yes on this one, but I don't know actually. Now that I think about it, this, I've done goofed.
Is
Yeah, you read 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah, you do. You freak.
is your character
Oh, I know we gotta go. I know we do. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Is your character does your character make sure that they schedule like dentist appointments like exactly when they need to, and like like they're when they don't get reminders from their dentist office because they already have like the
Yeah.
appointment scheduled?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I have my guess, but I feel like I went wrong somewhere.
I feel like I went wrong. Last one for me. Does yours? Oh, this is gonna be one where I know I'll shoot myself in the foot. All right, I'll leave it open ended. What kind of drunk are they?
They're a pretty quiet person.
Uh-huh.
But if you get them like 3 drinks in, they become very chatty, but only about things that they are like very interested in. Like they're like a special interest drunk. If you've ever met somebody like that, where they're like, you get 3 drinks in and they're like, let me tell you everything I know about dinosaurs.
Okay.
If you get them like 6 drinks in, they are the most adorable, socially awkward, like, partier.
Oh my god, you got to be kidding me. Okay. All right. All right, I think I got it and I'm upset.
Is
Go. What do you got?
is yours the living doll?
It is not.
Damn it.
Is yours the Arkenloth?
It is.
Oh, that was the drunk one.
Yeah. Man. I mean the only is yours the Merid?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it would be.
Mine is the Arkenloth.
That was the other one that I still had like not marked off.
When you described the drunk thing, I was just like, oh, and that's why I was like, I'm upset because I was like, did we get the same one?
It's wild that both times we've done this, the like
Okay,
the last round that we do is the same creature. That's really annoying. Oh man. Okay. Well, I should have gone with my gut and guessed it. It literally is the only other one that like I had already marked off the Merid when on the beach question I marked off Merid. But
you described it and I was like, yo, that's 1000%. That's better than what I would have said. I had some question marks and I forgot where I X'd out the living doll. I forgot where I X'd out the living doll, but I was like, I had so many question marks on the flump. I had so many I'm not sure's how, and
the
this
flump
one
is a hard one to read. The flump is a lot of like It could go.
It's a
There's
lot of
not a
energy, a lot of, yeah,
there's a
yeah.
lot of weird energy on a flump.
And you don't want to, it's with this, I'm finding that it's like hard because you don't want to just get all the humanoid ones, because
Mhm.
then like you know, you go into like a weird place, and then some of them are, if it's just like a blob, it's like, okay, this is hard too. So
Yeah.
it's not as easy making the
The
board like, yeah,
the weird thing about this game is that when you spin to see like which monster you got, uh if you get one of the like more humanoid ones,
yeah,
part of it is like, okay, cool. There's a lot of
yeah,
the other things that are like kind of similar. It should be harder to guess this one. But also a lot of things get eliminated very quickly. And so
yeah,
you get like a smaller board very quickly. If you get one of the like something like a flump, it's like, oh, there's not a whole lot else like this one on here. Like it could be very easy, but depending on the read the other person has on the flump, it could end up getting taken out
yeah.
very
The
early.
question, yeah, the questions, really,
You have to be
yeah, they,
real careful in your questions. You
yeah,
also have to make sure that you know you know the other person's like the way that they would answer.
there's two types of questions, because I think the asking the open-ended questions, that really hones in, and then when you ask like like, hey, are they blank, are they like this,
Mhm.
it can either be like, oh, it really like confirms your suspicions, or
Mhm.
like me, it'll just be like, okay, you know, it gives a like weight to a lot of things,
Yeah.
but it doesn't like confirm. So open-ended questions are good, but then you have to be
Yeah.
careful how you do it, because I know neither one of us wants to full-blown go, it's like, oh, they're really into purple cloaks, you know what I
Right.
mean? So it's
Well,
like, yeah,
you said clue and I was like, "Yep, they got big Professor Plum energy right there."
yeah, you know, like, but like there's some people, it's just
There's a
like
lot of creatures on here
the
that
abyssal
have
chicken doesn't, you
right,
know, the flump necessarily doesn't, but like the brigand rock looks like an old man, he could be there maybe,
100%.
you know what I mean?
The GIF could
The
absolutely be there. The living
Oh
doll,
yeah.
like, I could
The
even see
centaur
the
though, I
Death
mean, I don't
Knight.
know, but
Like,
yeah, like
the
the
argument
hunter, the
could be
centaur
made.
hunter, I don't know about that one, but like you can just get like an energy from
Mhm.
sometimes. Um
I would love to play this in, uh I would love to play this with, uh, an additional person.
mm,
I think that this with like 3 people would be very interesting. And
mm,
the way I would do it is I would have it be where like so like let's say we had Rosie on, right? We have Rosie
mhm.
on and it's the 3 of us playing. You and I would share a board for guessing Rosie's, and Rosie and I would share a board for guessing
Oh.
yours, and you and Rosie would share a board for guessing me. So you would both be like marking things that you think it's definitely not or you think it
Mhm.
could be. We would have to like build out the sheet a little bit more
Mhm.
intensely, but I think that this could be a very fun one with like adding that additional element. Um because you would also get just more questions, and then it could be like, okay, well, Rosie's going to ask a question of you this time, and I'm going to ask a question of Rosie. We choose who we want to
Mhm.
ask the questions of. um I think it'd be a very fun twist to the game. um
I just figured out how we can oh man, this is, I know what we're going to do next time. I have, if I do if I put this on like a Google sheet,
mhm,
right? And then I put the card, and
mhm.
then underneath I can put check boxes, so that's how we can keep track
Ooh,
of like,
interesting.
do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then it's like you can put them all there, keep it lined up. I can turn this into a sheet, because I keep graphically trying to make it like a thing on Canva, which is like
Mhm.
pretty, but if we're trying to make like a functional keeping track of thing. I
Yeah.
like my tokens situation, almost like a VTT. Like that's how I would use it. But like a quickie, like if we're playing a game, that's how. Aside from making an app, this is how you would go about it. And I think this is doable.
Yeah, I'm into it. Thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate y'all being here. It's as always just a delight to have you guys with us in the morning. We will be back on Friday with some more nonsense here. If you ever have anything where you're like, hey, I would love to see Warlocks and Waffles talk about this topic, or I would love to see you guys do A, B, or C, whatever it is, feel free to send it our way. We are more than happy to look at stuff. We're always looking for new stuff to talk about. So if there's topics that you want to see us tackle, send them our way. Junie, I know I had talked to you about potentially doing like a series of world building episodes. I was thinking it might be a good like summer project of like over the summer we just kind of do that during the summer, since like schedules will be a little bit weird and making things work. So having like one continuous series for that stretch. Also, Junie, you and I will be in Seattle, Olympia, Washington, Seattle area, the for National Tabletop Day, for an event out there, and we will be doing, I believe, 2 live shows from that event. If anybody has, I'm gonna start like soliciting it now. If anybody has like questions or anything like that they want to submit to us, I think it would be great to do a mailbag type, like we have questions and we're answering them. I also would love to do like a Judge Junie type bit where we
funny.
like
Yeah.
the people's court type thing of let's go over and discuss what this is and that is.
That'd be a fun like day 2 or the end of the day type of thing, because then we can tell people, and if there were anybody in like
we could take
anybody
submissions
there
through the weekend from anybody who like
then,
runs into us.
Instead of doing it live necessarily, it could be like write them down type of thing, and then we can like pull them because then we can aggregate some. So that might that would be really fun.
We could make like a QR code and like a Google form of like fill this out, and we can go through them the night before. Awesome. But yeah, we will be feel free to send stuff to us. Join the Discord if you haven't already. And we will get those questions into our rotation. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. Remember to embrace the nonsense. Our calls to action this week: play a board game with some friends. Bring a board game over to a friend's house and play with them. Either don't cheat or set up with your friend group ahead of time that cheating is allowed as long as nobody catches you, but if they do catch you, there are punishments. It is my favorite way to play a game. It is absolute, like, if you haven't had that conversation with people beforehand, you absolutely should not do it. But yeah, it's a fun way to play games of like, oh yeah, let me set this up ahead of time. It's an entertaining way to do things. Also, make sure that if you have a game this week, if your GM introduces an NPC or a monster or something like that, ask them just gut vibe check insight rolls. Like, would this creature lend me $5? Does this creature look like they know how to party? Does this person know all of the words to cha-cha slide? Like anything like that is a fun thing to throw at people. Let's see, third one. Junie, do you have any off the top of your head?
Yeah, definitely. Make up a game.
Ooh, yeah.
Make up a game.
Make up a game, especially if it's I love making up in-world games for my TTRPGs. So like if you are like at a tavern or something like that, having a like this is a game that they play in the tavern, and like you teach your players that game that they then play in the tavern.
Oh yeah,
It's
definitely.
it's a
Yep.
lot of fun. I've created a bunch of random like dice games for stuff like that. But yeah, that's great. Love that. We will be back on Friday. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next time. Bye, y'all.